Hey everybody, it's a Sven Carlin. Welcome back to my channel. You need to not buy index funds because they're in a bubble and said by my course, bro.
I see right through you, boy. Welcome back to Strong Man Personal Finance. My name is Christopher Belly. I'm a certified CPA accountant. I'm a long-term boglehead investor. I'm author of the book Stop Being a Broke Loser. It's on Amazon. And boy, do I have a bone to pick with Sven Carlin. Now, if you don't know who this guy is, he's a Croatian whatever professor that has a PhD in finance, which apparently gives him some legitimacy, right? And he has a YouTube channel with over 215,000 subscribers. Now, he classifies himself as a value investor. You know, he does discounted cash flows of stocks. He buys them below their intrinsic value, whatever. And he seems to have this habit of attacking index funds. Now, when I first heard about this guy, I thought he was pretty smart. And I think he is an intelligent guy. And I think he's manipulating his audience. But he's a really smart guy. He talks about individual stocks. You know, he does discounted cash flow analysis. He has a whole freaking course research platform for $500 a year where you can look at his analysis of stocks. But here's the problem I have with this guy. Every freaking Wall Street analyst, scammer, fund manager, whoever, anybody that works on Wall Street or anybody that wants to make money in the financial industry hates index funds. Because if you buy an index fund, the Wall Street companies and the people that want to sell you research platforms don't make any money. They hate index funds. They have probably stolen billions and billions of dollars of asset management fees and transferred them over to the investors. The index fund is one of the greatest things that has ever happened to the investing public. And Jack Bogle is truly a hero, and I admire him. Even though he didn't like international stocks, he's still my freaking hero. But whenever I see somebody attack index funds, I automatically know, without even having to think about it, that they're a freaking scammer. Why? Because they can't sell you anything if you buy an index fund. So let's go look at Sven Carlin's channel. Very nice. And I'm going to show you how many freaking videos he has making fun of index funds, okay? So you go to his channel, 215,000 subscribers, Value Investing with Sven Carlin, PhD. Oh, I put my title in the name of my channel. Oh, I'm so smart. Strong Man Personal Finance CPA. You look down, the index bubble nobody talks about. Yeah, nobody talks about an index fund bubble. That's like all of Wall Street.
No, it's an index fund bubble, bro. You need to invest with our funds. We can charge you 1% per year, bro, and then have massive turnovers that causes taxes. Only index fund investing strategy for 2022. Index funds are okay, but won't make you rich again. But buying individual stocks and losing all your money will. The only good index fund strategy, expected returns okay. Not great, but okay. 5 reasons index funds are not great for 2022. Index funds versus stocks in 2022. The facts driving future returns. Index funds are cool, but you can do much better. Can you see? He's not like insanely attacking index funds, but he's basically saying, oh, you know, index funds are just kind of this thing that if you just want average returns or you want to buy into a bubble, then go right ahead. But if you want to make a lot of money and be really rich in retirement, you can buy my course, bro. Now, let's go look at his research platform. So I clicked on it, stock market research platform. In-depth stock analysis focus on where others don't look. Yeah, nobody else, all of Wall Street with all these freaking paid full-time analysts aren't looking where you're looking, clown. Great long-term growth businesses, value mispricings, emerging markets, commodities with a clear risk and reward analysis. Only $4.99 a year plus tax. Now, call me crazy, ladies and gentlemen, but I'd rather put $500 a year into my Roth IRA and invest that in my tax advantage accounts and buy a total world index fund. $500 a year. I am looking for businesses to own that will deliver good long-term returns while minimizing risk in the form of permanent capital loss. And he's bought some stocks. And I mean, I've bought the same stocks. I'm not going to like bash him for the stocks that he picked.
But as a guy that claims he's this, great individual investor, he's bought BABA. It's gotten freaking wrecked. He's bought an Intel. Go look at his videos on Intel. He was saying to buy it at like 45 or whatever. That got freaking wrecked. For a guy that sells stock research and claims he's an individual stock investor, to get wrecked like that makes no freaking sense. He ain't that freaking great, okay? Now, let's watch a clip from this video, and I'm going to show you exactly why he's full of freaking crap.
Good day, fellow investors. Can this index fund bubble get bigger, and bigger? If we look at the market over the last 40 years, it just went up, and up. Now we have a little dip, but if we listen to the index fund mantra, these dips are normal. You just have to survive them, and then stocks will continue going nothing but up. Just accumulate, don't worry about anything, and keep doing what you're doing. But then the Dark Knight perfectly commented, if everybody thinks the same, I might start thinking maybe it is not right. Maybe this index fund bubble will pop at some time. And something very important here that we haven't yet discussed is index funds, passive investments. Let me show you when this all started. The Vanguard Group was founded in 1975. Fidelity, active management earlier. Charles Schwab, 1971, then boomed later, and the BlackRock has been founded only in 1988.
It's in the BlackRock. Look, ladies and gentlemen, he always shows the S&P 500, which has had massive outperformance. Now, I don't know if you guys knew this, but there's a lot of index funds out there, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of them. There's small cap value index funds. There's the S&P 500. There's total international index funds. There's 100 trillion billion index funds out there. So number one, to say index funds are in a bubble, you need to be very specific. Now, do I think U.S. stocks are overpriced? Yes. Why do I think that? Well, I can go ahead and look at the market cap of, all the stocks in the world and see what percentage of that is in the United States, and then compare that to the United States GDP. And even for some, minor explanations, it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. I think U.S. stocks are overpriced. But then again, I could be wrong. That's why I buy a total world index fund. Now, what do you guys hear? Do you guys hear to buy international stocks? Really? Do you ever hear that? Just buy international stocks, bro. No one says it. No one says to buy BABA. No one says to buy anything that's overseas. Everybody says to buy U.S. stocks, and even more specifically, everybody I hear seems to talk about U.S. large cap tech, QQQ. That's where I think the bubble is, but index funds themselves are not in a freaking bubble, okay? If you buy a total world index fund, you're going to grow your wealth as the world becomes wealthier. And guess what, okay? Most stocks, even if you pick individual stocks, if the index goes down, your stock is probably going to go down too. They are usually highly correlated, okay? So this clown wants you to buy individual stocks, concentrate your portfolio, pay him $500 a year, and you're going to freaking underperform the market in the long run. If index funds are in a bubble, your stocks are probably being carried up by the index funds, and they're probably going to go down with the index funds, okay? This guy's full of crap. And another big argument is that, index funds are taking over the market. Oh my God. Well, you remember Meta Platforms, which I bought $500 of this stock at 161 or something. I like to play around 5% of my portfolio. 95% of the Vanguard Total World Stock Market Index Fund. If index funds controlled the market, how could a stock sell off like this? Wouldn't everybody just be blindly, dumbly buying the index? And even if Meta had massive, revenue declines projected into the future and their profits were falling because they were investing so much money into the metaverse, the stock wouldn't do anything, right? Oh, it's down 54% over the past year. It got freaking wrecked. There is a very healthy, active market out there for individual stocks. Index funds have not taken over the market. If they did, all the stonks in the index would go up and up and up, or, based on buying and selling. But you wouldn't see these massive freaking declines like this if index funds control the market. It's ridiculous. Look at Tesla. Same thing. Rocketed up. hundreds of percent, thousands of percent. If index funds controlled the market, Tesla would have just, I don't know, grown with the market, I guess. It's unbelievable what this guy is doing. He really freaking pisses me off. And every time I check his channel, he's making a new freaking video about index funds. Now, do I think he knows what he's doing? Sure. Do I think he's going to beat the market over 30, 40, or 50 years? No, I don't. I think he's going to underperform the market. And even if he beats it on a nominal basis, with all the taxes that he's paying every time he sells, he's probably going to underperform the market, okay? You can beat the market for 20 years, every freaking year. You make one stupid mistake, and then you get freaking annihilated. Remember, Warren Buffett had a competition with a hedge fund manager. Hedge funds, we're the best of the best hedge funds. And the hedge funds freaking lost. Warren Buffett bet the hedge funds would underperform the S&P 500. And they did, okay? I'm sick of this dude. I'm sick of him. And he's such a bussy. He blocked me in his comments. So he really did. It was funny. So don't let this freaking fearmonger convince you that index funds are bad. Maybe the S&P 500 is in a bubble. I mean, I could see it because everybody says to buy. Everybody says, buy U.S. stocks, bro. Buy U.S. stocks, bro. They only go up, bro. That's all I hear. Sounds like a bubble to me. But don't get swept up into his fear-mongering crap. He pisses me off. Ugh. I don't have a PhD in finance, and to me, it's just I can see exactly what he's freaking doing with this stupid channel. Cash flow maestro. Arc is the future, bro. Index funds are terrible. Just buy Alibaba. Yeah. All in Alibaba, my Abba. Yeah, I got my cheeks clapped on Baba, but Diamond Hands, strong man, roasting losers and scammers since 2012. Well, I haven't been roasting anybody since 2020. Got to get back to the truck stop. Well, imagine you have 500 overvalued companies with the biggest market cap in the index is made up. Wouldn't it be classified as a bubble? Yeah, I mean, U.S. stocks could be in a bubble, but he only shows U.S. stocks. That's all. He only shows the S&P 500. It's like, okay, maybe the S&P 500 is in a bubble. I don't know. If it crashes back down, great. You can accumulate more. But at the end of the day, no matter what these people say, it's been proven over and over and over again. The best managers underperform the market in the long run. I think it's like 10% of managers beat the S&P 500 over a 10-year period. And you project that out 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. They're not going to beat it. And this clown that's telling you to buy individual stocks, and he seems to talk about emerging markets a lot, which are highly risky. And I acknowledge that because I bought Baba, but I don't have my whole freaking portfolio in it. It's out of control. I'm getting sick of him. Oh, but he's got a PhD in finance. Yeah, and he's making a fortune off you clowns promising BS. Just got back from my cruise. Bullish on blah, 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 diarrhea. I wish I could go on cruises. 2 kids. Is there a correlation between the lack of reproduction to an index fund bubble? More sellers than buyers? Well, I don't think that's necessarily true. People are like, oh, population decline, blah, 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 blah. I mean, technology also factors into that. I mean, even if we have fewer and fewer younger people, maybe we develop such better technology that our GDP continues to grow. And if you look at certain stock markets, like look at the United States, even if we had that population decline, but everybody around the world was buying U.S. stocks, which it seems like they're doing, U.S. stocks would still do pretty well. So it's a lot more complicated than, oh, populations are declining and blah, 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 blah. It's also a factor of, productivity, technology, whatever. There's more to it than just the number of people. Imagine if we had a bunch of robots, okay? I think our GDP would probably still keep going up, right? And freaking supercomputers and, limitless power, whatever we freaking invent in the next 30 years. We don't know. We don't know what we're going to have. Strong man, my dong man. Index funds are destroying tattooed chef's share price. Yeah, index funds are the reason that tattooed nutsack isn't outperforming. It's just hilarious to me how people ignore all these large cap stocks that have been decimated. If index funds controlled the market, that wouldn't happen. That wouldn't happen. Meta wouldn't have crashed. Netflix wouldn't have been freaking wrecked. Tesla wouldn't have rocketed up. I don't get it, man. Index fund bubble, so what? If VT was to collapse, it's just a chance to double down. Yeah, it's the global world. It's a world index. If you have stocks that are in the index and the index crashes, your stocks are coming down too. You have to look at the beta, which is the correlation between the stock and the index. And you'll see if the beta is close to 1, your stock that you buy is going to go down or up with the index. Oh my God. I'm a re for buying BABA. We'll see, buddy. We will see. I am very patient with that stock. Oh, it went down, bro. See, that's the thing. Everybody, oh, BABA's bad. BABA's bad. Don't buy BABA. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. But everybody's like, oh, buy tech stocks, buy Tesla, buy Bitcoin. I wonder which one is undervalued potentially and which one is in a bubble. Apple and large cap tech is a bubble, but other people are fear-mongering. Well, VT should get wrecked if you're right about that. That's not true at all. VT's not going to get wrecked if large cap tech is in a bubble. No. 40% of it is international stocks. Strong man, I have a bump on my testicles that looks just like you. Is it very muscular and attractive? Are people taking pictures of your nuts a lot? Skip to minute 420 and Jerry's and look how he measures 10 months.
But he's got a PhD in finance, bro.
Yeah, you know how many academic geniuses just absolutely suck at investing? I'm a better investor than Sven Carlin because I buy VT. It's hilarious, but it's true. Yeah, and everybody wants to defend this guy. I can see right through him. He's a nice guy. He's a PhD. He does fundamental analysis. He's grifting. He's basically telling people to not buy index funds. That's basically what he's doing. He's not, he might not be directly saying it, but you can see the tone of his videos. Index funds are in a bubble. Oh, they're okay, but you could do better. Blah, 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 blah. He's a freaking clown.
VT is like, so last season, all in on the Voyager. It's the future, bro.
Big turnaround coming, 100% definitely for sure. Don't worry, Sasha. I'll react to your video. Stuff came up this weekend. What do you think about Jeremy starting a new channel? I'll react to that. You know, every time I do a Jeremy video, I get a lot of views, so why not? What is this Sasha clown doing here? Man had 81 price target on Sasha. Is that true? $81, Sasha? Come on, bro. Why not buy a Chinese ETF instead of BABA? Because I'm making a concentrated bet. That's what I'm doing. It's only 5% of my portfolio. 5% of my portfolio is for individual stocks. Most of my position is in BABA. And I've explained that 1,000 times. I'm not going to do that in this video. LOL, you always read my comments. You're awesome. I love you too, Florida man. Okay? Anyway, guys, that's it. I'll do another video later tonight after the kitties are in bed. But at the end of the day, I just wanted to let you know, Sven Carlin's a clown. Cheers!